Alright, hi guys, this is Murder Inc. Models, or my YouTube page channel name, and I'm going to be working on a video for you that somebody requested from my Facebook page actually. I had achieved a metallic look for my F4, which is now an E version Phantom, as you can see right on the back portion. Somebody actually requested a video on how to achieve this look or how to get it to look like this, not only on the F4 tail section or portion, but also on their other metallics or any other airplane that they're making. And for this, I'd have to say I don't like to use any other paints besides true metal paints. I don't think that Tamiya or Testers or Model Masters or any other paint in that point really gives a true metallic look. I mean, you can't really beat a polished aluminum or a like a jet exhaust or even a dark aluminum or even my favorite for some of the older World War II airplanes, a chrome finish. You can't really get that in any Testers to me or Model Masters or Vallejo paints. So what I like to use is, as you can see, these are all of these are my what are they? Dang. Oh yeah, right. Alclads. Sorry, I was like the for a moment. These are my Alclad paints, and this is what I mainly use for all of mine. I have more. These are not uh, the only ones I have. I have more, and it looks like I'm running out of the polished aluminum one because I used that on an F86D Sabre that I recently built. I used this polished aluminum, and it used most of it uh, because you don't thin these. They come right out of the bottle. You don't thin them, and they are a lacquer paint, so you're going to have to wear something like a mask or something to cover up your face and your nose and your mouth just to make sure that you don't breathe in all those fumes. But anyway, I use these paints and I like them. I really love them. I've been using them for a pretty long time. I'd say more than 6 months now. I guess some of you wouldn't, for those of you who have been modeling a long time, wouldn't actually say that that's a long time. But for me, as long as I've been modeling, that is a long time. But anyway, I got these on scalehobbyist.com if you want to go take a look at that and then just if the Alclads do interest you because they do give a true metal finish, go ahead and check it out. It's scalehobbyist.com and you can buy these. I think they're around 6.90 or something like that. Something like this, $6 to $7 per bottle. They're actually quite expensive, but they last a while depending on the project you're doing. And if you're gonna cover a 148B 17, then and like an all polished aluminum, you're probably gonna need two bottles of these because they're 1 ounce bottles, around $6 to $7, like I've said, but they do last a while for smaller projects, for those smaller aircraft that you're wanting to give a true metal finish. But anyway, as you can see for my F4 right back here in the background, I could bring it in a little closer so you guys can see. Uh, I do have this metallic tail portion done, but what I'm looking to do is actually this isn't the only thing I have to do in that metallic color. I actually have to paint these elevators for the F4. And I did same thing with my other aircraft. I did the black base, the black basing coat and everything, and the put marble coat. I did the whole black basing technique for that. And if you haven't seen that, I actually have videos, 3 different parts to them. If you want to go check that out on my channel. But anyway, what I'm gonna have to paint is these are the 3 primary colors I'm using. I'm using the dark aluminum, which is Alclad 103, and then polished aluminum, which is the Alclad 105, and then the jet exhaust, which is the Alclad 113. But anyway, I have to actually cover the what are you saying? The inner portions of these elevators for my F4 Phantom, top and bottom, and I actually have to do that for them. So I'm going to be showing you a video on how to get that finish, that metallic, not only that metallic finish, but also a nice tonal variation to it, not just one simple color, one plain color to it, but actually several colors or just several shades of those colors to where it looks like it's like worn out. It's an actual exhaust portion to that aircraft where it looks like it's been used a lot, or just you could see a lot of an exhaust coming out and actually taking effect and weathering that back portion of the aircraft. So I'm going to be doing that for these elevators for my F4 Phantom. And also, I might actually do another weathering video because, I mean, if you paint them, yeah, they look great depending on how you paint them and how you shade them and everything, what kind of techniques you use. But we all know that paint or the aircraft itself doesn't actually look complete or look well done until the weathering and the decaling is all finished. Primarily the weathering, because decaling doesn't really matter. All aircraft need their decals, but not all aircraft need weathering, or just as heavy as some other ones. But anyway, first what you want to do is you want to mask these. Just mask everywhere you don't want painted, of course, and then after that we'll get to the painting process. Step one of painting process. It's not going to be actually just spraying the Alclad on right away, right on the top coat that you're going to have. There's going to be a couple more steps before that. So what I have to do to both of these right now, I actually have to, like I said, tape them off or mask them with my Tamiya tape. I also use a green roll of other tape, like it's not packing tape, but it's like a paper tape. Same thing as Tamiya tape, but it's for other stuff, I guess you could say. But anyway, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm not going to actually make these videos more than 15 minutes in length, because I noticed that some people aren't actually willing to really watch videos that are longer than 15 minutes. Done. All right, thanks. But anyway, I'm gonna make the video about 15 minutes or less, and then after that I'll move on to a second video where it's after the 15 minutes. I might have to do another 15-minute portion if I'm not finished with this process. Hold on, my computer died. All right, so I'll get to that. I'll tape them off, and then after that we'll talk about the next steps, and then steps after that. All right, I'll pause it, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so the first process is you want to mask these pieces, or whatever pieces you're going to be painting, whether it's wings, tail portion, or underside of a tail portion, or the specific parts of the aircraft. What you want to do is, after you have them painted, you want to mask them. That is your first step. So what I like to use is the Tamiya tape. I use 18 mil, and I also use the 6 mil, just because that's the only thing I can pick up at my local hobby shop. They don't sell anything in between. So I like to start with the smallest portion, just because the smallest tape, it kind of bends easier. And I think what I'm going to do is actually paint, if you could see these, hold on, let me put the piece of tape down. What I'm going to do is actually paint straight across. I'm not going to go around or on this middle part right here. Let me get some light so you can see the middle portion right there. As you can see, that kind of raised surface part. I'm just going to go right over it, mask it, and then go right over it. But I am going to also paint this leading edge of the wing and Alclad portion, not all the way back though, just stopping right at the end here. So what you want to do is you want to mask it first with your thinnest piece. I'm masking with the 6 mil right now. So I'm going straight across. You want to make sure that you get it right on the line when you're masking, like right on the panel line. So mask it, and then right on the panel line. Don't go over it, and then don't go behind it. You want to make sure you have it even on both sides, like right on the panel line on both sides. trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Gotta get the light back so it's not too much light. So right on there. There we go, just like that. A little more forward. Yep, there we go. Right on the okay, right on the panel line. Masking it, and we're gonna do both the top and bottom of this elevator portion. So we got, if we're gonna mask the bottom, if we're gonna mask the top, we also have to mask the bottom of this wing, which we will do that as well. So turning around, I'm gonna grab another piece of masking tape for that because my first piece was not long enough. And then put it right over it. Make sure it doesn't touch the other tape, otherwise it's gonna be a nightmare to get off. And then right on it. Not too close, not too far away. Like I said, once these tape ends touch together, they're kind of hard to take apart. But I think I got it right on the line, so they should be fine. I don't know if you can hear right now the background noise. There's thunder and lightning. It's 9:41 p.m. here in northern Idaho, United States of America. For those of you who are watching or outside of the US, I don't know how that works, but it's pretty late here. But anyway, I got these portions masked. The tape is on, and then what I'm going to do now is put a thicker piece of tape to get that overspray, to make sure it doesn't overspray on my piece where I'm wanting it to. And I think I'm actually going to do this. I'm running out of time almost. I'm already running on 12 minutes. So I'm going to have to do another portion of this video tomorrow sometime. So I'm sorry I'm going to be able to only upload this first portion, but I'm only going to go to 15 minutes because that's like what I said. I'm not going to go anything over that. But this should be pretty good. As you can see, I have this is what I'm painting here. This portion, this is the inner edge of the wing right here, and this is the outer edge. The outer edge we're going to leave gray, and then the inner portion we're going to leave paint a metallic color. And the only colors I'm using is a dark aluminum, which is the Alclad 103, and a jet exhaust, which is Alclad 113 for my pieces over here, as you can see. And the only reason is the dark aluminum is a good color to represent a burnt or just a dirty aluminum portion of the tail or of the elevator, and then mixing these two together will kind of get me even that dirtier dark aluminum. So I'm gonna mix jet exhaust and a dark aluminum together to get that really dirty dark aluminum color. So I'm gonna use the dark aluminum, and I'm gonna use a darker version of it to represent a dirtier look. So only two colors here, like I've said. I'm going to use keep it simple. We don't need anything else. If you'd like to use and you have other colors, different shades of aluminum, I recommend you do that. But don't do anything too polished, because if you can see, if you notice on that aircraft tail, there's nothing too shiny to it, because there's a whole lot of exhaust coming out and it does dirty it and weather it up. So I don't recommend using anything really shiny. So that's it for now. I will be painting this later. I'm already running on 14 minutes, so almost 15 minutes. So I'll explain the rest of it tomorrow. But after this, we're gonna be painting it gloss black, and I'll explain why tomorrow. But now that we have this masked up, I'm gonna mask up the other one, and then in the later video tomorrow, I'll show you, or in the next portion of the video, the second part to it, we're going to be painting it gloss black after we have both of these ends masked. And make sure you want to mask it really well, because you don't want to get any overspray on the pieces or parts that you've already painted. So remember, color it the color that you want it, mask it, use the black basing technique like I've explained, or your usual pre-shading, and then mask it, wait for it to dry, mask it, and then we'll move on to the next step tomorrow, because I actually have to get up early tomorrow and work. So I'll get back to this video and then tell you guys what to do next. Thanks for watching. Also like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. I really appreciate that. I always have more videos coming in no specific date or order. I just kind of do them whenever I feel them or when people request. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.